Hey everyone, I'm JP and welcome to Good Talk HQ. Thanks for stopping by today. I hope you're having a wonderful week. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at some of the best deals going on right now in the eShop, plus we even have a new release with an introductory price going on for the next few days. Remember our last video, we covered some of the Digerati bundles on sale and there's still some of the best deals on the entire eShop. If you missed it, please be sure to check it out after the video. To the extended family, thank you as always. Welcome back my friends, you all are amazing. And if this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. We cover Nintendo Switch related deals and games weekly, and we love sharing the savings with everyone else. If you have a good time while you're here, please consider subscribing down below to join our wonderful group. We'd love to welcome you, and you still have time to enter for this month's giveaway. Remember, all you have to do is be sub to the channel and leave us a comment so we can find your name and add you to the current list. Then be sure to tune in at the end of the month for the winner announcement. Alright folks, please stay safe out there, thanks again, and enjoy the video. Alright, we'll start off with the new release, Transient the Extended Edition. This is a single-player 3D puzzle game from Iceberg Interactive with a download size of around 4GB and a main story that will last roughly 5 to 6 hours to wrap up. Now again, this is a new release and offering the introductory sale price for those willing to jump in early. The game runs great on the Switch and the graphics are absolutely stunning. The puzzles, while not particularly challenging, they are well incorporated and they keep the story flowing forward at a nice pace. There are a ton of things to find as you explore around and plenty of lore to read if you enjoy that kind of thing. The game does have a cyberpunk atmosphere and blends the Lovecraftian lore throughout the story, and right now it's on sale until December 15th, marked down 15% to that introductory price of just $16.99. Outbuddies DX is a retro-style action platformer from Head Up Games and offers local co-op for 2 players with a main story that will take roughly 10 to 15 hours to wrap up. Now this is a Metroidvania that takes place 36,000 feet under the sea. We assume the role of an adventurer who was in a shipwreck and wakes up in a sunken city. The atmosphere and music are absolutely fantastic, and the music even intensifies when you're being chased by an enemy, which makes for some really tense moments when you're near death. I also found the pixel art to be absolutely gorgeous once again. Now when you clear the first boss, the game does stop holding your hand and it opens up a bit, but keep that in mind. If you're into Metroidvanias, make sure to check this one out before the sale ends on December 26th. It's marked down to just $5.99, 67% off and a new all-time low. Thea: The Awakening is a turn-based strategic survival game from Monster Couch with a download size of 1.6GB and a main story that will last more than 30 hours to finish up. The game does have an online mode for 2 players, which is always a nice addition and welcome here at the channel. Basically, it's a board game style RPG set in a post-apocalyptic world where a devastating force, known as the Darkness, has begun to cover the entire land. We play as a small group of survivors trying to banish the demons, and throughout the playthrough, more of the story is given to us throughout the in-game events. The card-based combat system can be a bit complex, but if you're into these type of games, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on December 15th. It's currently marked down 60% to just $7.19. Romancing Saga 2 is a single-player retro RPG from Square Enix with a download size of 1.4GB and a massive story that will last more than 50 hours to wrap up. Now this series is beloved by fans and has been widely considered to be some of the best JRPGs from the SNES days. The tradition holds up as these are fantastic ports and this was no exception. One of the most amazing parts of the games is how the story is told. They give you a bit of freedom to how you tackle things and then the world changes based on these decisions. This is a massive and emotional story and well worth checking out, along with the follow-up part 3. If you're interested, Romancing Saga 2 is on sale until December 18th at an all-time low of just $7.49, a massive 70% off. But you can also grab part 3 as well for just $8.69 again until December 18th. Golf Club Wasteland is a single-player adventure game from Untold Tales with a download size around 1.3GB and a main story that will last 3 or 4 hours to wrap up. Now in this one, Earth has been abandoned by people and they've colonized Mars. Every now and then, the ultra-rich get to venture back down to the ruins of the planet they once lived on and play a round of golf. So basically, you have to play mini-golf through a series of really cool and unique levels based on iconic locations that we all know. It's a really cool concept and the game was really fun to play. I only wish the story were a bit longer. If you're interested in Golf Club Wasteland, be sure to grab it up before the sale ends on December 22nd. It's marked down 25%, matching a previous low of just $7.49. Aerial Knights Never Yield is a single-player action platformer from Head Up Games with a main story that will last roughly 2 to 3 hours. Now, this is an auto runner which I usually tend to avoid, but this one is actually a lot of fun. The visuals and environment are amazing and the controls feel way better than most auto runners. The other standout for this particular game is the soundtrack. It's super intense and really adds to the overall experience. Now while the main story isn't that long, it does have a scoring system which will give you some more playtime and add a little bit of replayability value. If you're interested in Aerial Knight's Never Yield, be sure to check it out before the sale ends on December 26th. It's marked down 30% to a new all-time low of just $8.39. Next up, we have BOSSGARD. This is a party-style multiplayer game from Sand Sailor Studios and offers unlimited hours of chaos for the whole family, locally or online, with both modes offering play for up to 6 people at one time. Now in this one person gets to play as the big bad boss, while the rest try to take you down. All of the playable characters have skill sets and special attacks. You can play in 1v2, 1v3, or even 1v5 in this ultimate battle style game. Of course, if you prefer the more traditional game modes, they do have the standard team deathmatch and free-for-all modes as well. The game is perfect for groups of friends or siblings or those that like to play competitive games online. If you're interested, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on December 25th. It's marked down 50%, matching an all-time low of just $9.99. BDSM is an action RPG with a top-down view and some amazing modern graphics. This one comes to us from Big Way with a download size of around 4 GB and offers a main story that will last about 4 to 6 hours to wrap up. This is definitely a comedic RPG where you play as the devil's son, Lou. Honestly, the story is a bit all over the place and crazy, but suffice it to say that you're saving a young woman from a fat clown. This game is definitely a lot of fun and has some absolutely amazing graphics and sound like I mentioned before, but the way that they changed around standard health items or different pickups was just so interesting to us. Of course, with a name like BDSM, it should be implied that this is for mature audiences only, but if you're interested, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on December 21st. It's matching an all-time low of just $9.99. Nongunz, the Doppelganger edition, is a 2D action platformer from Digerati with a download size around 360 megabytes and a main story that will last roughly 3 or 4 hours to wrap up. This is of course the Remastered edition with the all new content, the new game modes, and the local co-op for 2 players as well. Now this game is insanely difficult and not for casual gamers at all. It demands maximum focus throughout the entire game, which is basically a giant riddle. The game again has gorgeous pixel art graphics done mostly in black and white, and it runs again great on the Switch. There are a ton of upgrades and secrets to find along the way as well, plus again the addition of local co-op making this an excellent value, and it's currently on sale until December 16th. Make sure to check it out as it's marked down 25% to just $11.24, matching a previous low. WINGSPAN is another board game style strategy title from Monster Couch, the same team that brought us Thea from earlier in the list, and the game has a download size around 1 GB. This time the story will last roughly 3 or 4 hours to wrap up. The game also offers local and online multiplayer modes as well, and it's basically a deck builder about discovering different types of birds. We play as a bird watcher, and as we discover these new species, they become part of our habitat, and then that can add bonuses to the entire thing. The premise of the game is to compete against other players with limited numbers of turns to build the best preserve. I know it sounds crazy, but this is considered by many to be one of the best board games or deck building style games on the console, and it's currently on sale until December 15th, marked down 33% to just $13.39, matching an all-time low. Evil Tonight is a single-player adventure game from DYA Games with a download size of around 170 megabytes and a main story that will last more than 10 hours to wrap up. Now I know we've covered this one before, but the deal is almost over and I cannot recommend it enough. It features a top-down view and feels very much like playing an older Resident Evil game, just with better controls. Just like with Viviette, there's no hand-holding, no map, and you'll have to explore to find items, secret areas, solve puzzles, and manage your inventory in order to progress through. The presentation, both visual and audio, are perfect, and this is truly an eShop hidden gem in my opinion. I definitely recommend that you check this one out before the sale ends on December 16th. It's marked down 10%, matching that introductory price they gave of just $13.49. The Sinking City Deluxe Edition is a single-player 3D adventure game from Frogwares with a download size of 8.7 gigabytes and a main story that will last more than 25 hours to wrap up. Plus, with the Deluxe Edition, you get even more content, making this a great value, and on top of all that, there's even some console-exclusive content, which is always nice for us hybrid fans. This is an investigative type adventure game set in an open world where you can solve cases in many different ways, encouraging multiple playthroughs. You'll have some awesome weapons that all feel powerful, and the game looks great on the Switch. With the Deluxe Edition, like I mentioned before, you also get the bonus DLC content and the exclusive Switch content. If you're interested in Sinking City, be sure to grab it up before the sale ends on December 20th. It's marked down 75% to just $16.24, matching an all-time low. SaGa Frontier Remastered is a single-player RPG from Square Enix with a download size around 3.5 gigabytes and more than 30 hours of amazing content. This is the remaster of the 1998 classic with updated graphics and sound, additional features, and a new main character. You can pick between 8 different heroes at the beginning, and they all play differently from one another, and they all have different stories as well. Many of the cutscenes that had been previously removed are now finally here, and in addition to the updated graphics, the UI was given an overhaul as well, making it much easier to navigate and more streamlined. If you're a fan of the original or looking for a great RPG, SaGa Frontier Remastered is on sale until December 18th at a new all-time low of just $19.99, 20% off. Alright folks, and here are some other games to check out while you're already on the eShop. Alright folks, thanks as always for watching. We appreciate you hanging out with us for a few minutes again today. It means a lot to us to see the community grow, and your comments are the best part. Please feel free to write to us down below and let us know what games you picked up this holiday season. I hope you all are having a blast with your Switches, and I hope more than anything that you have a great weekend. Thanks again my friends and family, you're legendary, and we'll let Little Man take us home as always. Stay safe out there folks. Bye everyone.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking down below. Okay, bye!